in so many ways, attention is what you are. This is the simplest, most basic way to start with. Attention is what you are all day long, unfortunately at the moment quite automatically. All day long, the attention, the power of attention of our mind shifts between different elements. This shift between elements is what it's like illuminating with the light of our awareness through attention. We illuminate something and then it becomes something that we're aware of, right? If you're not aware of something, it doesn't exist for you. Not that it doesn't exist in general in the universe. There is some very creative semi-quantum physics-like principles that when you're not aware of the moon does not exist, and things like that, which is something. It's a nice theory, but I don't think it works very well. But at least in your scope of awareness, nothing that you're unaware of that exists. It becomes real, it becomes meaningful only if you're forced to put your attention on it, or if you choose to put your attention on it. So all day long you are moving with your torch or with your light, and you're putting your focus on certain things, and then whatever you decide to become aware of, whatever your attention feels drawn to, obviously becomes your reality, a part of your reality. That's basically a part of the law of attention. Whatever you decide to focus on, whatever you decide to identify with, whatever you put your attention on, you become one with, and it becomes real. The problem is that our attention is extremely narrow. That's obvious. We have been training our attention to be very focused. What we basically suffer from, the reason we come to such retreats at all, even if we don't realize that consciously, is that our attention, our awareness has become so narrow, so focused, that we tend to notice only very specific and few things in this huge life. And what are these specific things? Rarely does our attention turn to things that we don't need or want at a certain moment, you see? Throughout the day, we are so focused that basically it seems like the only thing that exists in the universe is us, our problems, our occupations, our thoughts, our feelings. This is how a tremendous awareness becomes completely wasted, without no offense, because of overuse, overfocus on trivialities. Then it feels like that is life. Life even seems boring. It seems so dull, so gray, so uncreative. Because we keep noticing the same things. This is what the thinking machine obviously recommends us to do, right? Focus on problems, on your problems. Focus on your trouble, on what should bother you, what you should resolve, what might be a danger to you, what you might need to control in your life. So then from this, which is the nature of our awareness, it becomes, we begin to walk like that. Literally, our light of attention is no longer spread. It is actually a very, very thin light that only sees what it wants and needs to see. That's it. This is also becoming when you begin to observe what has happened to your attention, that could be also a bit funny. Like when we walk on the street and we see on the street only men and women who seem to us attractive. That is just one example. You just see that. There is no basically street. There is no totality of perception. There is just sexual objects with things that are attractive. Of course, for some reason, it's not. For some people, it's not specific sexual objects. It is I don't know. It is cats or dogs or clothes that they desire in the window display. Or judging certain people because it gives us a certain pleasure. We feel more ourselves when we think what we are not, and so on and so on. But basically, attention has begun to move in very fixed patterns. It sees what it wants to see. And that is basically the very opposite of meditation. That is why when I spoke on Sunday morning, when I spoke of the difference between the state of meditation and techniques. Do you remember? I said that the techniques focus your attention. They tell you now focus on this, which is very good because it helps you to train your attention to be disciplined enough. But disciplined enough for what? To eventually be able to free your attention.